Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Campbell.
That's right. It is the Lions Fan Cave Chat. I have my buddies here. I have Austin. I have Will Vogel, and I have Bestrilla de Thrilla. How's it going, boys?
Not too bad.
It's rivalry week.
Yes, it is War Week. I would have wore the camo cool stuff, but it's in the laundry. I didn't do laundry. I was lazy. I admit it.
You'll wear it on Sunday. It's okay.
No,
matter.
Sunday is Jersey Day. Game day is Jersey Day.
What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
I haven't decided. I'm debating between Branch or Sewell.
Go Branch. You'll get a pick.
Last 3 times I wore Branch, he got picked.
Gotta keep the streak alive, then you gotta go Branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need him.
Yeah, we will. I do want to bring something up because the Detroit media, lots of fans, everybody's going up in arms about, oh my God, we need a defensive end. And I get we need them. I'm not saying we don't. But at the same time, when this happened 2.5 weeks ago, I literally sat here with Will and B, and I said, well, we're going to have to manufacture pressures, and that means our linebackers are going to have to step up because we're going to have to blitz more. And lo and behold, when you look at the pressure stats over the last 2 weeks, we've gotten 5 sacks, 4 of them by linebackers. What? It's almost like I got into AG's head for a minute or something. I was like, well, we're going to have to manufacture shit because we don't have that same production coming off the D-line. You're going to have to manufacture it by scheming up blitzes and different looks. And that's what nobody's been able to prepare for because we're doing it differently than we've ever done since Hutchinson's been here. And that, I think, is the surprise factor on the defensive side of the ball right now. And I don't think we just need one guy. Remember, we lost 2 starters off this defensive line at the defensive end position. And I wouldn't be surprised if we either get one off of somebody's practice squad or make a low-key trade for somebody nobody's thinking about off the back end of somebody's roster that's had production. But I think we're going to get one of those 2 guys that Schefter said is the likely targets on either Monday or Tuesday at the trade deadline. It's either going to be Zadarius Smith or it's going to be Azeez Ojulari. They're not going to give up that type of draft capital twice, is what I'm saying. So what you'll do is you'll give out that late day 2, early day 3 pick to get either one of these guys, and maybe give up a player. And you know who my throw-in player is every time. I'm going to say it every time.
James Houston.
Amen. Right now, he's my throw-in player on every
That's why.
trade.
That's why I hope you get Ojulari, because you could trade Houston to them, because he's taking Thibodeau's spot really right now while he's out, and he was a backup anyway to him, so he just came out and balled out. So now you can put Houston in there. Maybe Houston, they'll get some use out of Houston instead of
And the
they don't have
rumor
to
is
draft.
they want either a late 2nd or late 3rd round pick, and I would debate on the 2nd round pick 100%. I would debate on it because of his level of play and where our pick will be in the 2nd round. Because, in the 1st round, the people that say, well, a 1st round pick at the back end is like a 2nd round pick, it really is not, people. Go look at the difference between the Hall of Fame numbers between 18 and 32 and at the top end of the 2nd round, and it's a sparingly different percentage rate. There's way more out of that back half of the 1st round. Why? All those players usually go to good teams. So they end up with a better success and better coaching and a better team success around them, which gives them a better career. Whereas at the top of the 2nd round, you're going to bad teams again. Unless you are one of those teams that flip the script in 1 year. And there's not many that do that. Everybody that's rebuilding a team, if you look, they've been rebuilding for a while. They just don't look like it. They were a middling team and steadily got worse and then started to go back up. That's because they were in the middle of tearing down and rebuilding for a couple of years without saying it. Everybody says, well, the Bengals did it, but just by drafting Jamar Chase. I was like, no. Remember, they were a bottom feeder for like 3 years in a row before they got Burrow.
I think Mike wants to come in.
Mike?
Yeah. Viking Mike.
Oh, Viking Mike? Oh, let me send him
Mhm.
He's a
Yeah, I was
Lions
I'm
fan
reading.
now. We knew it all along.
Just for
I was
this week,
reading the
probably.
I'm reading the chat while I'm listening to you. That's
Oh,
all I had to say.
the overlay didn't automatically come up, which means somebody turned it off. Oh, we do got chats out here. Let it populate here real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. McKinney with the
Megan.
bulletin board material says he doesn't respect it. I'm skipping and wearing my brand new Dan Skipper jersey. Nice. Latest rumor I'm hearing is Khalil Mack. That ain't happening.
Mm.
Megan Hacker comes in and says, Austin. That's the
Austin's
wifey.
Austin's got a fan base.
That's
I
my
love
wife.
it. Will, Austin Bistrilla, JB, good evening, gentlemen. And Yoli
That's still a
says,
fan.
Yoli Cruz
Still a
says,
fan.
everyone.
Biggest fan
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
get.
If your wife isn't your biggest fan, guess what?
Right.
You ain't doing
Dang,
gotta
that's
be
something
your
right.
mean,
biggest fan.
Ken. That's cold.
What? JB trying to break my screen and looking like Mr. Clean. Yes, I am.
He's just missing the earring. That's it.
I don't need that earring.
Nope.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Let me get that out to Mike.
So, Mike, you're coming to the Detroit Lion fan base.
Well, if you remember right, the way he taught.
As long as he's not sipping on Chardonnay.
Oh, if he's shipping on Chardonnay, we're going to have a show, boys. Greetings from Lions Twitter. Yes, sir. So, that being said, back to what I was talking about.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be Azeez Ojulari or Zadarius Smith, and it might be one of those guys on the back half riding the pine and not playing somewhere off of a good team that's also considered on the way up right now, and that would be Philadelphia Eagles Bryce Huff.
Yep.
I think that would be a good pickup. He got injured last year. It's Brad Holmes type of deal. Oh, look at this. He comes in with the right word. It's that
Oh,
you little bastard. Just like I
big.
said, there he is. Oh, look at that. He's even wearing a Lions hat.
Look at that.
Oh, shit. We converted him.
You didn't convert shit, but I don't play you this week, so here we go.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I know what that is.
Yeah,
I was just giving you shit, brother.
I know. How y'all doing tonight?
Good,
Fantastic.
man.
good.
Good.
What's going on, Money
So,
Mike?
We
Oh
do
man,
have-
sorry, missed the show last night, man. I was just tied up.
You
I
good?
couldn't get the bet I wanted out of Ken, but I did get a bet out of him on the game.
Did you? Oh yeah, you didn't hear that bet.
If the Packers win, I have to put up the Packer Backer News logo on the podcast Wednesday.
What?
If the Lions win, he's putting up the Lions background.
He gets off easy, bro. We're gonna have to.
We
have to
tried
step
to do
this
the
up a little
beard,
bit.
but
I
he
tried to
wouldn't
get the
do it.
beard. I tried to get the
Yeah.
beard. I told him I'd even shave my chest.
I probably am not gonna shave my beard either. There's a lot of time and money invested in this thing.
And that's exactly what he said. So I get it.
Mhm.
The only way Aurora recognizes you.
And besides, this is the only way my granddaughter recognizes me. I shaved it off one time, and she screamed bloody murder and thought I was a stranger danger. So
So Mike, remember when I was talking about the Honolulu Blue Flu and you said you'd believe it if Dallas lost after coming off the bye week?
yeah.
You believe it
That
now,
was
don't
lost.
Me and you had a long conversation about Dallas is gonna lose.
you? I know, but we sat there. They said if they don't, I saw that pic with your chest shaved, Jeremy. No, you didn't. It ain't shaved. Look.
What's going on, Jay?
Love is playing. That's the word that just came out. That's according to Lions PR department. I don't look old enough to have a granddaughter.
No, it's talking Mike.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a 2-year-old granddaughter. My oldest child is 28.
And I've seen Mike without his beard in his Facebook pictures. Dude, you are a different looking individual, let me tell you.
you look like you're still in high school without that damn thing.
You're right.
Yeah,
But
Thanks, Jay.
I do have
Thanks,
I do
Jimmy.
have an announcement for next week starting on Wednesday. I'm going to do a community post putting the Pick'ems page that we use for doing our Pick'ems on the show. And starting then, if our fans submit the picture on that post, and as long as you do it at least 3 out of the 4 weeks and you have the most wins at the end of the month, you are getting a free custom jersey of your choice, regardless of team you follow.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
That's
Well,
cool.
I'm on the panel, so I won't enter.
Yes, I did, J.I., because I have no shame in my game.
Do I do it now? No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to see that bird chest.
where am I sitting at on the pick'ems? I got to be pretty close up there with you. I think we're pretty neck and neck every
I
week.
think you're about 6 behind me, is it? You are up.
Dang.
You know we do pick'ems just on the sidebar, Mike. You know we do pick'ems on our group page, the one that I got you to come on, right?
Oh,
Next year.
Ken. Oh, you know, I
Because
don't count.
Jeremy does it.
I
Yeah,
don't
well,
count
you
because
never
I'm
you
the
haven't
host.
sent me anything. B, send them to me.
It's always in the group. It's always in the Facebook group thing.
He
Yes.
goes mad to
I'm going to put it in the community post on YouTube. I will post it also to the Facebook page so those fans know to go and post it to the community post on the YouTube channel, which will drive those 1,800 fans online to the YouTube site.
JB, that's going to be a lot of calculating numbers.
Oh, I know. And I'm probably going to need help, and I don't care. Guess what? I only work 2 days a week now. What do I have? A lot of time where I'm
You've
sitting
only
on my
worked 2
art
days a week now? I didn't know
because of
that.
my pinched nerve in my back. Yeah,
He's a supervisor.
I'm a supervisor. Get it right. I'm there to. I'm an overglorified money babysitter for the owner.
What did you
is
say?
I am.
You're a what, JB?
A supervisor.
A
A
supervisor. Yeah, there you
supervisor.
go. That's what I was gonna say. Supervisor. Yeah.
He did, Jay. He has JB's
Well,
numbers of
you know,
subs have climbed.
I did slow and steady growth the entire 3 years I've been doing this. And it's been a lot of time building it to what it did. But the best thing that helped me, number one, was the draft. Number two, going into big groups like the Huddle Sports Network, which is more than just the Amazon and Roku. It's
Yeah.
also a group of 50,000 fans on Facebook.
Yeah, and
And yes, it's a troll post, and we got teams that come in here and they trash our team, and I get it. supervisor. Yes.
Yeah, and I was messaging with Austin earlier, and I said I've
Uh-oh.
actually known.
Look who it is. It's Smoking Dad.
Oh my God, we all actually did it!
At the same time. It was great. That would look like we practiced this.
Hey,
That was not
You
rehearsed.
need to send that
hey, we
clip to
gotta,
Leonard and be
we gotta
like,
get a
"This is
little.
why you suck."
We
A clip
probably
of
need to
that.
get a GoFundMe together for old poor Ken. You know, he had a tree come through his house. I seen that on Facebook earlier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Ken the
Ken
Packers fan.
Padalone, the Packer
Yeah.
backer.
Mhm.
He woke up and
That's
a
too
tree
bad.
decided it wanted some of his coffee. Uh,
Hey, buddy, can I have some?
no, that's literally what he told us in the chat. He goes, "Yeah, last night a tree wanted some coffee and came through the kitchen."
God. So
That's too bad,
does
though.
he have to go in an apartment? Is it that bad of damage?
No, I went through his window.
It went through the window.
He's got picks of glass. That's it.
Ken Catalone, the Packer backer, the bearded Packer fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep, Dirty Ken. Packer
It was a-
Jeremy, what
a
was
close
that?
shave.
Yeah, exactly. No, not my beard.
So I do have a little bit of fun. I want to say, seeing how we're going into the Huddle Sports Network. I couldn't post it anyways because some Packer fan or admin reported it for trolling. Leroy Butler, All-Pro cornerback, Pro Bowler for the Packers, was on the Packer News podcast today, and he gave a prediction about the Lions versus Packers. And he literally came out and he goes, "The Detroit Lions team is just like Dan Campbell when he played and how he coaches. It's a buzzsaw. They're running through people right now." He goes, "And the only way to stop a buzzsaw is to unplug them, and I don't know if our team can." So his prediction was 38-28 Lions. Now, I don't know if you looked at the weather report because I think that would require a little bit more passing than there's probably going to be.
Yeah, here, you tried it?
I'm seeing
Real
it's going to
sweet.
be
It's like a Mary Jane, but a big one.
JI says that's karma for bearded
That's
Ken
fine.
not betting me. I feel bad for the little guy though. Are you guys really doing a GoFundMe? No. We were making a joke about it, buddy. He has money. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
makes
go
money.
ahead, Jeremy.
He makes money from little trees. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if Ken needs anything, let him know that I got his back. I'll
No,
help him out.
I'm quite sure if he needs anything, he'll say something. And you and JI will be the first ones I tell. How's that?
That'll work. We got you, Ken. We love you, even though you support the wrong teams.
Oh, fuck the Packers, by the way.
Fuck Packers.
He goes, "Oh, he's one of those." Yeah.
Jeremy,
legal
I was
there.
actually messaging Austin earlier and telling him how long I've been on your show. I'm like, I've known Jeremy for 2 years.
Yep, this is your second year with me. Going on third.
Yep.
Just like I'm 54 years old, that means this is my 55th revolution around the sun. Everybody forgets they're born at 0.
So this would be my 31st revolution.
Yes.
Hey, I'm keeping the 9 months I was baking in my mom's oven. So I'm
Oh yeah, but you're born at 0.
49 years and 9 months.
That's a good point, though. I can see that.
Oh, I actually did. I didn't get that FOI request done, but I did have a quote that I can read from the police chief about the whole situation because he actually went public about it.
Of course he did.
You know, James, Detroit Police Chief James White. Well, we don't know yet, right? We don't think so. I mean, we've got various incidents that have happened over the years where the actions of the officers were right and no problem. But we want to make sure the perception and the false narrative, and I'm stressing that part, the false narrative that he did is either proven or disproven. And that's what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't.
In other
grounded.
words, the DPD is trying to save face on the situation in a high-profile case. That's all they're doing.
And then a criminal lawyer, went on Crunch Time Sports last night, and he actually said, because of how it happened, Jameson Williams is considered where he did nothing wrong. They let him go. So it's on them to provide the DA with enough proof beyond a shadow of a doubt that they can convict him. And at any point, if they say, well, this, that, or the other, and then he even gave a circumstance with one of his clients who's a regular person where the cop did the same thing.
How much Ivan make them do?
And that right there, and he's talking about in Detroit.
But Michigan
Oh,
is
God,
a
yeah.
mail.
No.
Michigan is a mail-out warrant state. So
Yeah, but wait, let me finish what he's saying. So he says, unless they have an ironclad case. Right. It's because he said he thinks it's because that Ross Jones, the guy that released it from Channel 7, and if you go and look at his work on the Channel 7 website, he is the first one to post anything negative Detroit Lions over the last 5 years, and he's never been on TV until this story broke. He used this story. He might have been sitting in one of those bars where the cops hang out and heard them conversating and went and looked it up. Is why it took 3 weeks for this to hit the media, because it wasn't supposed to hit the media. And
like I told you, JB. I mean, the dude can't catch a break. He's walking
I know.
around with a bullseye on his back, unfortunately.
But in all actuality, he probably overheard a conversation in a cop shop or a donut shop or something like that where the cops hang out, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Or a coffee shop.
It's
Whatever.
just it's kind of similar to when Randy Moss first came to Minnesota. You know, look at all the shit that he got in. I don't know which
Right. About the
podcast I'm
weed and
on. I
all
gotta
that
watch
stuff.
my language,
Oh,
but
you're okay.
but he got pulled over coming out of Target Center, in his car, and then he got pulled over again with a gun, and he got pulled over with some marijuana, and it's just like he couldn't catch a break the first 2 years that he was in Minnesota. He was really contemplating leaving, and then they kind of just chilled out on him because he made a bunch of donations to the police department and everything else. So I don't know.
It's a damn shame you got to do that just to get so people don't harass
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Right. And it is what it is. That is the way, the squeaky wheel gets greased first. That's what happened.
And it's a
But
squeaky wheel.
but the fact that JMO isn't being a squeaky wheel through all of this, and that everybody's staying quiet, including the Lions and the NFL, because the NFL says until they conclude their investigation, we're doing nothing. Number one,
Well,
it wasn't an illegal handgun. That is what the NFL rule specifically states.
Is Michigan
Well,
concealed carry and open carry state?
yes,
Yes.
it's both.
If the firearm is registered, to him, then there shouldn't be any question on what's going on.
However,
No, there's rules. There's rules.
However, he did have the gun supposedly under his seat. That's concealment of a weapon. So if he doesn't have a CPL, he's gonna they're gonna catch him for that. But I mean, it's a misdemeanor. It's nothing that's.
Right.
See,
They're talking about, it's a felony. It's a felony concealed. No, it's not.
No,
These stupid
No.
lawyers that get on here trying to spark all kinds of
No.
bullshit.
That lawyer said that in a car it's a misdemeanor. Walking down the street with it tucked in your pants, that's a felony. He made sure he clarified that.
So Texas went complete concealed carry and open carry, and they've indoctored the castle law, which your car is an extension of your house. So you can have that thing in your dash if you want to, but
and that's where
every state is different.
That's where I want to
right,
clarify.
Jake.
At no point in these reports have we seen where the gun was loaded. There has been no report that the gun was loaded at any time. So he might have done one thing right.
Yeah, I can't speak on that because I'm not from Michigan, so I don't know. I mean, here, even like with our guns that we travel with, there's one in the chamber all the time.
Right. I know.
You know,
Texas is different. We get
yeah.
it.
Way different.
But yeah, Xavier McKinney is clowning us because we ran up the score on the Titans and the
Fantastic.
Jay. Until it's proven in a court of law, there is no such thing as guilty.
You guys didn't run the
Supposedly.
score up against us.
No,
Not
against the
you,
I
no.
said the
Dallas
Titans and the
Dallas
Cowboys.
Titans. Yeah.
Oh, Cowboys, yeah.
Cowboys
No,
had it coming. That's all I
when
got to
they're
say
allowing
about
us
that.
to
That's the
have.
second. That's the
Whoa,
second
why do
worst
you
team in the
blame
NFL.
Austin? Austin did nothing, J.I.
I thought he was your fan, J.I.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I thought he was
What the hell?
your favorite
They
guy.
turn quick.
So
Right.
what
They
I'm
do.
saying is, this country is innocent until proven guilty. Ross Jones is the guy that was trying to make a name for himself, and he's getting his 15 minutes of fame over it because now he's mentioned in every major article across the country.
Yep.
Congratulations. Good job.
Journalism at its best.
Or worse, depending on how you want to look
Yeah.
at it.
That was a sarcasm.
Hell, the way this
And
country's
tossed
been
it.
going, we're guilty until proven.
Oh,
Guilty until proven innocent.
Right. It seems like that.
Hey, but y'all had a great game last week. I know I'm a little off topic. That's why I want to hop on here is just to give you guys kudos. Y'all played probably one of the best full games I've watched in the NFL so far. So kudos to the Lions.
Who knows, Ken? But I think with it getting blown out of proportion by a reporter, it made it get under more scrutiny, is what I'm getting at. But at that point, what was crazy is offensively, it was just a good performance if you really look at it, because the special teams was so damn good and the turnovers were so damn good. We never had to drive the entire field.
Yeah, I think Amon St. Brown on his show was saying he said he's never really experienced a game like that where they were starting on their 30-yard line on the opponent's 30-yard line all the time. So that was
Oh,
wild.
wow, J.I. That's horrible.
What is going on with you, J.I.? Now you're just going off on Austin.
Now we
What's
got
going
all
on
sorts
with you,
of
brother?
fake news coming out in the chat. Oh, that was a great game by both teams. There was 4 lead changes in the Minnesota Vikings and Lions game. That was a great game. That will probably go down
that was a really good
as
game.
one of the best games of the year.
Jay, I'm gonna have to call you out, bro. That wasn't a beating that the Lions put on Minnesota. That was a well balanced, best team won game.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just get facts straight. I'm here to support B and Austin, and Will and JB, but let's not forget where my heart lies, guys.
So,
let's get this right.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. Offensively, there is not a lot of separation for yards per game by either team, either in the rushing or passing. It's a total of 22 yards difference, with the Packers having a slight edge. The difference is on defense, where the yardage is the same, but the scoring is a huge disparity. The Lions are giving up only 19.1 points per game. The Packers are giving up 27 points per game. The Lions have given up 6 passing touchdowns so far this year. The Packers have given up 12. Both teams have given up 7 rushing touchdowns. And the Lions are number 1 in points differential, and they're also number 1 in third down defense at a 30.7 clip. 30.7% of the time does a team get a first down on third down. And that's including after Hutchinson went down, guys.
Yeah.
That's a huge stat.
Yeah, I also read this cool stat. The Lions have allowed uh running back receptions on 8% of opponent dropbacks, lowest rate in the league.
Hey, did I hear you right, JB? That the Packers are saying that Jordan Love is going to play?
Jordan Love is
Yes.
playing. They just announced it tonight.
Bro, they're gonna put this dude through a meat grinder. He ain't gonna be worth a shit, the rest of the year, especially against your defense. This is a horrible decision.
But
Absolutely
what the
horrible.
fact is, the weather that's playing in the game is supposed to be rainy and wet. It's already going to be a sloppy game, and you misput your foot down somewhere and you slip, he can injure his groin more than it is right now. So I mean,
And he's still not fully healthy for them MCL. Me and JB had a long talk about that. They rushed him back against Minnesota, and he hasn't been. If you look at some of his replays, he's not planting. He's thrown off his back foot. He's ginger, and now you're gonna put, like you said, B, you're gonna put him in a swamp out there with your defense. This dude, man, bad decision making.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Since week 3, the Lions have put up 24 offensive touchdowns and only 20 incompletions. The other touchdown was on special teams. Khalif Raymond, he had a little
That
bit of
was
a game.
amazing.
and
I love that.
Ji, I don't think. I mean, we're missing Williams, not as much as we miss Hutch, but as the thing is, we're prevailing anyway. We put 52 points up on Tennessee, and we didn't.
Yeah,
have
it's
Minnesota. What was it? The Minnesota game, he had -4 yards.
Yeah.
and you know
I
what?
mean,
He was missing in that game too.
And the
Mhm.
great thing about this Lions team
Yeah.
is it's next man up mentality. It's
And
And
the
it's
only
been that way.
it's
a
been
machine.
said on here before, but the only spot Williams really was
Right.
beneficial was in the run game with the blocks that he had. He wasn't really. I mean, yeah, he's a deep threat guy, but he's better when he's blocking on run plays, I believe, than a route runner. But he's a flyer, so he's always a deep ball threat.
Here's an interesting stat too. On offense, Josh Jacobs is averaging only 0.2 yards per game better than Monty and Gibbs combined.
wow.
And he has 6 touchdowns this year, whereas Monty and Gibbs have 13.
Yep.
We also have
What?
one
No,
lost
he doesn't, Jay.
fumble by Monty so far, and Josh Jacobs has 3.
Can't say
Yeah,
that, Jay.
whenever teams play Detroit, I listen to the talk that goes on between the fans and like Green Bay. You're gonna come here and do it. I said you haven't played a team like Detroit all season. That's gonna be true with every team that we face. They're not gonna face a team like Detroit. There's no team that's cut like Detroit right now. And like to what JB was saying, that Leroy Butler was saying, they're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
That's what they are. The only way you can do something and throw a wrench in there, if you can get a wrench in there, that's the only way you're gonna mess it up.
Smoking Dad get through a cool stat in there that scrolled by, and I wanted to make sure I said it. Did you know that when Peyton won his last Super Bowl, he had 9 offensive touchdowns and 17 interceptions that year?
Yep,
But
he was
no one looks
trash.
or talks about it because he won.
Yeah, because his defense was the one that won the Super Bowl, not
The
him.
defense in that running game, wasn't that
Yeah.
Moreno
Yep.
Yes.
No show Moreno.
and CJ Anderson the last year they had him?
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, the only game that Detroit, other than your one loss, to Baker, the only team that has went head to head with Detroit is Minnesota.
Mhm.
I will
You know-
say, J.I. says, I will say Detroit is a mirror image of their coach. Is there another team that embodies their coach more? I'm going to say right now, probably not.
No,
No.
I agree with that. Well, I just wanted to, JB, I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys some love and support. You know,
I appreciate it.
You know, I hate the fucking Packers with a purple passion.
We get a prediction.
So with a purple passion.
We get
I
a
like
score
that.
prediction, Mike.
My
love one from you.
prediction is Detroit. They're going to keep on the roll, man. They're going to put up some big numbers. I'm going 42-17 Detroit.
Dang.
Damn.
I don't.
Hey,
Damn.
I am. And
before you take off, did you guys see that interview this week where the reporter asked Ben Johnson if he was done with his trick plays out of his playbook yet? And he just smirked.
That dude's never going to be done. He's drawing out plays like he's playing Madden.
Right.
I mean, for Christ's sake, you got a Statue of Liberty play on a fake punt. For God's sake, he's just
Wouldn't be
waiting to pull it
surprised
out.
to see Jake Bates out there as wide receiver.
Yeah.
Play.
I mean, you threw to a left tackle in the end zone on a screen play.
You got to think about the last three weeks and what he's done. And he's gotten Amon St. Brown to throw a touchdown pass, and David. And by the way, that David Montgomery pass was pretty nice. A lot of quarterbacks can't throw something that close. Can't throw that kind of a pass.
I want Jake Bates to throw a pass now.
Hey,
No, you don't.
JB, hey, JB and Thriller. Hey, go on my Facebook when you get off here. I posted a thing from my hometown. They're making their high school football team is actually going to state. Look at the dime that 16-year-old freshman starting quarterback threw to get him to state. The kid is 16 years old, threw for over 5,000 yards this year and 39 touchdowns.
Dang.
So, James Burgess asked my dad, by the way, is it just you and me that knows that Ben Johnson has read the entire Norm Van Brocklin Whirlwind offense playbook?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop off here and eat dinner. Thanks for having me on. You know, I hope y'all win. Knock the Packers' dick in the dirt. I'm gonna be cheering for you. I really am. So, as long as you ain't playing me, you guys are my second favorite team.
I'll show up on my podcast.
This is just win your game this week, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, me too. But I'm a little nervous. Old rocking chair Joe is coming out of retirement for the 14th time, and you know what happens there.
Yeah, and that's the other crazy shit I've been seeing. He goes, "Hey, maybe we can lure J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald out of retirement." I said, "Well, J.J. Watt maybe because he's a free agent, but Aaron Donald still has 2 years left on his huge Rams contract he signed, which means in order for him to come out, they have to sign off on it or we have to trade for him. That ain't happening."
He ain't getting that.
Hey, JB.
Yep.
My son wanted to hop on here and give a little shout out real quick. Okay.
I know he hates us Lions fans. I get it.
No.
What's up?
I got
What's up, man?
one thing. Hey, fuck the.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I love your son. Is he the one that just had the birthday?
Raised him right. Raised him right.
Will, your poor fingers. Is he the one that just had the birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
just
turned 18, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Happy belated birthday again, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You guys have a great evening. Thank you. Yep. Have a great night.
All right. You too,
Hey,
guys.
and just for coming on and
We'll talk
supporting
again.
us,
Hey, Mike.
All right. You.
I'm going to give you something I said I'd only do once. I'm going to do it for a second time. Clip it, because you won't see it very often. Skull.
I'm just gonna stick with saying that I like the Vikings, you know, the most of other teams in our division. I'm gonna go through.
I'm going to say I like the Vikings. I like the Vikings most when we're not playing them.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We got to give credit where credit is due. You know, I mean, we're in the same division, but you know, we hate each other, you know, 2 times a year. We love each other 16 times. So it is what it is.
I like the Vikings whenever they're not.
And as long as
That's
we
out
don't
of
have to
respect
play
to
you in the
you
first
because I
round of the
know
playoffs, we're okay.
that's out of respect to you for doing the fuck the Packers with us and having your son come on and do it. So I love it.
There you go.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
You too,
man.
Mike.
Thanks for
You too,
having me
Mike.
on, and I'm sure we'll chat before Sunday. All right. Good night.
Oh yeah.
Good night. So that being said, Austin, what is your score prediction for this game?
I don't think it's going to be in the 40s, like you said, JB. I just don't see it happening. Let's go 27-21 Lions.
B?
I'm gonna stay with what I had before, 30-24.
Well,
I'm going to say 32-24.
and I'm saying 31-24. Mike's a class act, even for a Barney fan.
Oh yeah, that's what they used to call them, Barneys. Yeah. There's
And my
one. I gotta
well,
keep that one in my
hey Dad,
repertoire.
you know when the guy that is the career interception leader in the NFL that went to the Vikings is from your hometown school, Bendel, you kind of have to fall in love back with the Purple
Paul
People Eaters and Paul
Krause?
Krause. Yeah, he graduated from Bendel High School right here in Burton, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Same
Good
school
old
my
Paul
dad, my
Krause.
mom went to.
My deceased grandfather went to the same high school as Sandy Koufax.
Oh, wow.
So that'll keep us right at what we've been averaging for a scoring average because we're at 33.4. 31 is that happy medium, a little less, but not more. Uh,
Mhm.
24 keeps the Packers right at where their offense has been pretty much close to their average of 27. I took a couple points off of each team and came up with that score myself by doing that. And I just saying, and Smoking Dad is absolutely right. No one can replace my Lions. Yeah, James, we talked about that you dated Paul
Mm-hmm.
Cross's niece back in the day. Back when you were living in Grand Blanc area, if I remember you telling me.
Hmm.
Grand Blanc, which in French actually means
Big black.
big nothing.
Oh, the big nose.
Nothing. Where are we now? Big nothing. I love how Baton Rouge means red stick. I'm like, yay, you're in red stick, whatever, dude.
Wait, that's what we should call Andy Dalton from now on. His
Baton
first
Rouge,
nickname his first nickname in college was the Red Rocket. It's Baton Rouge.
the red stick. But he's not from down there, which sucks.
Yep, Grand Blanc, the great nothing. See? And all of us here in Flint and Burton always picked on Grand Blanc. We used to say jokes like, "Hey, you can tell the cheerleaders are from Grand Blanc, and they have to give them snorkels to take a shower, or they drown because their nose is
Damn.
stuck so far up in the air." But anyway, those are the jokes. When I lived in Grand Blanc, it was the Buick Open and 51 weeks of
51 weeks away.
waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've heard that. Mm-hmm.
Andy Dalton is a redhead.
He was asking if Ken
He's
Stabler
trying to
was.
stay at Ken Stabler.
I don't know.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Isn't that a country song too? On top of being a city and a
Mm-hmm.
nickname for a bunch of people.
I'm sure. Yeah, it is. Somewhere in the
Yeah,
countries.
I
Artists.
remember that because I think it was the year before Andy Dalton came out of college was when he changed his nickname to the Red Rifle because he went into that bowl game and they lost
Mm-hmm.
that horrible game. I think it was either San Diego State. Wasn't that who they lost to? That was Jim Harbaugh's first year coaching there at the
Stanford?
time. No, not Stanford. Jim Harbaugh was at San Diego State as head coach before he went to Stanford.
Okay.
But anyways, they got their butt handed to them. Right. Since I am probably the only one here who listened to that last championship and he listened to it on the radio because they didn't have a TV in '57. You can call me a lion.
I would
Think about
love to see. I would love him on a stream with us sometime. That'd be so cool.
who my dad.
Oh yeah.
I know. My dad's funny. He's been on before. He coached San Diego State, then went to Stanford, then went to 49ers, then went to Michigan. Now to San Diego. Or LA, I'm sorry.
No, you said it right the first
Same
time.
thing.
And he's been winners with all of them. Well,
It
not
took
so
him
much
a
as
while
Charlie
in
Stone.
Michigan to become a
Say,
winner,
not
but
so much San
Yeah.
Diego State. They won a couple bowl games that they didn't get very far because they
Wow.
were a mid-major school.
That was good for San Diego State, though. They've
Dad's
been doing
afraid he'll
nothing
break
before
his
that.
iPad camera. He said it before. You know, he's got a face for radio like me. I just buy these special ones that have military-grade glass. You know, I put up the picture, you know. The nut don't fall too far from the tree. I'll show it again.
Keyword nut.
That's right. I'm the nut. He's the tree.
That's a PG way of putting
Yeah,
it.
we said Grand
Yep.
Blanc, Patty.
Grand Blanc.
Did I hear someone say Grand Blanc? Yes, Patty, you did. James Burgess is from the Big Nothing.
Oh,
The big nothing.
Oh, but as a reminder to all Giants fans how good their teams are doing, since week 3, the Lions have scored 132 points, and the New York Giants have scored 28. I'm going to
Hey,
keep this tab going all year long, guys.
I was gonna say, I'm like, please do.
I'm going to keep that going all year long because, yeah, my dad is better looking. I admit it. He looks pretty good for 75.
It does. My dad's 63.
I do have a couple photos I want to put up before. Where is Lenny? At home.
Crying in his
Crying in
Yankee-
his
Yankee
Giants
beer.
self-pity. How do you guys
Oh
like
look,
that
it's
picture?
Indomitian Sue.
No, that's 32. That's Brian Branch. And then there's this one. David
That's
Montgomery.
That's actually
That's perfect.
you hit them and they turn to cheese.
Wait, where's the one where they turned it to queso? Melted cheese.
I think I removed it. I'll have to add it back in. Oh, I like that one, J.I. says. I still like this, J.I. I did it at the beginning of the show. I don't know if you saw it, but Dad! What are you talking about?
Your dad.
I love you, Dad, but you're pushing it.
That sounds like some shit my dad would say.
America's team. There's the helmet for it, everybody.
That's nice. I like that.
Like that.
who was that? That was
So Jeremy, I
my
forget,
wife,
are you
Megan.
selling that Jay Jetta helmet to Mike or not yet?
No, I still got it. He hasn't been able to. He has to wait till after Christmas.
Yeah, he has to wait for permission from the wifey.
Right. The wifey said not till after Christmas. Can you buy yourself something like that? Yeah, I do like this helmet. I like this helmet a lot. I think it's sharp as hell.
They should wear that for like the Veterans Month. That would be sweet.
Dad likes that. And of course, you know, because he's now unbroken after the surgery. Prayers up for Hutch. Get well soon, my man. We need you.
Yep.
Is she wearing a Bears hat?
Nope, she was wearing a Tigers hat.
Good lady. I knew a Patricia Grimes who lived in Kings Point, James Burgess says. Well, Patty is a guy,
You sure?
I'm sure. So I wonder what's the next thing from a Lions game that's going to go into Canton this year? Because so far they've added 2 uniform sets.
Hmm.
Taylor Deckers and Jared Goff for his perfect performance.
Yeah, that
Who
is a good question.
Well, Austin trained her well.
Yeah, that's what I want to know too. That's interesting.
I thought it might be Khalif Raymond's from this past week because that was one hell of a special teams performance.
Yeah,
And the fact he scored an offensive touchdown, too.
yeah.
Do you know that the AG has increased his blitz package 14.6% since Hutch has left to get it up to 46.6% of the time he blitzes?
Yeah, I have noticed that. And I said we would do that.
Jeremy, is there any update on former Lion, disgraceful Lion, Josh Reynolds?
Oh, I haven't heard anything more about him yet. I still got my article up on the phone, so I can't really look stuff up
Yeah,
right
no
now.
worries.
I'm quite sure he's stable because they never said he was in critical condition. But
Yeah.
that's insane that he was shot in the left arm in the back of the head.
Yeah, he said he was shaken up a bit, as he should be.
And Dad says I dated a girl who lived in World War Hills. I was like, well, like father, like son. I did a long time after you, but I don't think it was the same girl, Dad.
Let's hope not. Kidding.
She was more my age. Strilla, that's an awesome stat. Do you think it's good or too risky in terms of blitzing?
Now, see, this is the thing that
Warwick,
he's going to have to watch in wet weather. Blitzing is not always the greatest thing to do because you have to plant to blitz. So if you slip and you're trying to blitz,
yeah,
you're going to be screwed because if you don't get there, that's a play that's going to be open. So he's got to watch how he blitzes or who he blitzes from, where he blitzes from too.
So in the last 3 games, we saw that he had 12 snaps versus Dallas. We saw him have an increased role versus the Vikings. It was up to 18 snaps. With Rodrigo being out, do you expect all of those snaps plus what he's been doing already to go to Trevor Nowaski?
I mean, I think Trevor Nowaski, he's playing pretty damn good, actually. Every game he's been in some kind of a play where you notice he's been in it. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing really well. I guess I could see what they saw in him. But I mean, I would continue to ride whatever defensive freight I could ride, as far as whatever's working.
Right. And I'm just saying, because he's had that same efficiency, if you look by percentages and Malcolm Rodriguez percentages of what he's done versus the snaps he's been on the field, they almost mirror each other. In other words, he's playing in his second year at the same level that Rodriguez is in his third.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a no-brainer to use him more in that starting at that Sam position rather than having Rodrigo in there because he can't be. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to fill right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple of whiffs. Everybody's going to have a couple mistakes.
Well, so did Decker. What's the point?
Yeah. So did,
but he recovered. He recovered.
Everybody recovered after that first quarter. The whole team looked bad in the first quarter.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, dude. Nope. I can move, yeah.
That's funny. That
is funny.
The first time I saw this podcast with Will on it, I thought he was a paraplegic with how he was laid back in the chair couch.
Jay, you're killing me, Jay. You're killing me.
Oh my God.
He's on a roll today.
Yeah, he is. I mean, from one hot button topic to the funny ones, and they're good. I want to thank
So,
everybody for watching out there. We have 56 people watching across all the social networks. We don't know how many is watching on the TV because we don't get those numbers put to us because it doesn't track that. We can just track the social media site. Don't forget, wherever you're watching it, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, hit the like, hit comment, and also share it to any of the social medias you are on because that helps these shows to grow. Not just mine, but all the shows in this network. That's why we
That's
all
what
go live into each other's networks.
that's why we love you, Ji. We know you were being real.
Yep. Yep. Amen, J.I.
And right now we are sitting at 527 subs. We gained another one. It's just slow and steady growth. And the more successful this team is, the faster it'll start coming. We know that. Yeah, because just from the draft to the off season through the off season, I couldn't believe how much I grew. I was expecting growth, but I didn't expect this. Not to almost triple. You know, I expected it to do that by the end of the year. And yes, it is that time where I go through the division rankings. Top or bottom, boys?
Bottom, always.
Bottom.
bottom. Gotta start at
As
the
long
bottom.
as it's got Chicago there.
I will, Jay. Thanks.
It's fuck the Bears. Tyreek
That guy
Stevenson
needs to
is
be
the
careful. Sorry.
Tyreek Stevenson is the clown of the week. They are 4-3 because of his dumb ass.
Yeah, and their logo also looks like a toilet seat.
And a 5-2 record because they got skull fucked by the Lions and Rams. It's the Vikings.
The
In
crying
second
Viking.
place at 6-2 because they haven't played anybody other than Philly yet. It's fuck the Packers. And in first place with a 6-1 record and still Kings of the North, the mighty, mighty Lions.
God, is that you? Are you speaking to me yet again? I'm gonna shut up.
Thank you. No applause. Just throw money.
Just throw money. Just throw money.
Yeah, just don't be in a strip club called Shotgun Willie's. That's all I got to say.
Oh, God.
Ask
And
Josh.
now-
She'll knows.
It is time for me to talk about the sponsor that pays me, the one that Brian loves the most. He loves the way I do this now. It's Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. Where? In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George Red, or on Saturdays, myself, Smoking Jeremy B. Mention this ad, you will get $10 off your set. New tires are delivered within 1 to 2 business days.
You got that part recorded?
No.
Because you sound like it sounds the same every time you do it. I swear to God, it's like the same when you do that. It's like the same monotones and everything.
I love the fact that JBJ's getting better and saying better free agent targets out there that you don't have to trade for. Just say it. Jimmy Graham contemplated retirement. He never turned in his paperwork. He's still a free agent. He should retire.
Should.
He needs to.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just turn on that announcer voice, I call it, when I do the Brandon's ad.
Yes.
Anyway, Jets, I've got to run.
Thank you, Will, for
All
being
right,
a part of
Will.
the show.
See you,
Thank
Will.
you, everybody, for watching. And as always, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. What's a strip club? Oh, I know where Jimmy G String got his nickname. Oh no, he got that from the Bunny Ranch there when he got his sponsorship. They just pulled the card, and now he's pissed at the Raiders.